The trailer for Outlander Season 8 has finally arrived, and it is filled with emotional hints, heartbreaking moments, powerful images that promise an unforgettable ending to Claire and Jamie's journey. Fans have waited for this final season with heavy hearts, knowing it marks the closing chapter of one of television's most passionate and timeless love stories. But what secrets does the trailer reveal, and what can we expect from the last season of this epic saga? Let's break down every detail. Before we dive into the new trailer, it's important to look back at where Season 7 left us. The story so far has been nothing short of dramatic, pulling Claire and Jamie through battles, betrayals, time travel, and the ever-present struggle to protect their family. In Season 7, we saw them torn between the dangerous reality of the American Revolution and their desire to keep their loved ones safe. The world around them was collapsing into chaos, and every choice they made carried consequences that could ripple through generations. Claire, as always, carried the weight of two worlds on her shoulders. She remained the healer, the fighter, and the woman out of her time, trying to bridge the gap between the 18th century and the knowledge she brought from the 20th, but her resilience was tested again and again. Jamie, steadfast and loyal, faced not only battles on the battlefield, but also battles of the heart, standing by Claire while protecting the fragile hope of a future that seemed to slip further away with each episode. By the end, Season 7, the emotional stakes were higher than ever. We witnessed shocking revelations, a growing threat of war, and the painful reality that peace and safety would never be simple for Claire and Jamie. The last images of the season left fans with questions that could only be answered in this final chapter. Would they survive the revolution intact? Would their family stay united, or would time itself pull them apart again? These unanswered questions make the arrival of Season 8 even more powerful now. The trailer for Season 8 steps into this uncertain landscape. Every frame feels like a farewell gift to the fans who have followed this love story across centuries. The tone of the trailer is emotional and heavy, with the knowledge that this is the last time we will see Claire and Jamie's world. On screen, even in the brief glimpses shown, it's clear the final season will not shy away from heartbreak, sacrifice, and the unbreakable bond that has always carried this story forward. Outlander has never been just about romance or history. It has been about survival, resilience, and the idea that love can endure even the harshest storms. And now, with the trailer teasing the final act, fans are bracing themselves for moments that will stay with them long after the last episode airs. This is not only the end of Claire and Jamie's story, but also the end of a journey that millions of viewers around the world have shared. The stage is set. The revolution is raging, and the Fraser family stands at the center of it all. Trailer makes it clear, Season 8 will be both a battle for survival and a farewell to characters we have grown to love deeply. And as we step into the breakdown, every small detail matters, because every line, every shot, every glance could hold the answer to how this legendary saga will close its final chapter. The trailer opens with a sense of finality, and from the very first shot, viewers can feel the weight of what is coming. The screen is dark, and then we see Claire, her face lit only by a flicker of candlelight. She looks older, more tired, and yet her eyes still carry the determination that has always defined her. In this single moment, the trailer sets the mood. This season is not just another chapter, it is the last chapter. Claire's voice can be heard narrating a line about endings and choices. And already fans understand that this season will focus heavily on closure. From there, the trailer wastes no time pulling us into the chaos of the revolution. Shots of battles, gunfire, and soldiers rushing into the smoke remind us that history is moving quickly. The Frasers are caught right in the middle of it. What makes these scenes stand out is the scale. We're not just seeing small skirmishes anymore. The trailer shows full armies clashing, suggesting that Season 8 will deliver some of the most ambitious war sequences in the entire series. Yet even with the large-scale battles, the focus remains on the human cost. Quick flashes of familiar faces caught in the fight remind us that this war will leave no one untouched. One of the most striking moments early in the trailer comes when Jamie is shown on horseback, riding through the smoke of battle. His hair is gray now, his face marked by years of hardship, but his spirit is unbroken. For longtime fans, this is a powerful image. It is not the young Highland warrior we met years ago, but a man who has endured, who has sacrificed everything, and who still carries the fire to protect his family. The trailer makes it clear that Jaime will not only fight in this war, but also face. It's the ultimate test of his loyalty and strength. We also catch glimpses of Brianna and Roger, reminding us that their storyline continues to weave between the past and the future. The trailer cleverly shows them in modern clothing, hinting that the time travel element will once again play a major role in Season 8. But their expressions are troubled, it's almost haunted, suggesting that the choices they face may put them at odds with history itself. This raises one of the biggest questions the final season must answer. Will Brianna and Roger's family remain in the future? Or will they risk everything to return to the past and stay connected with Claire and Jaime? Another haunting moment appears when we see Claire standing in a field, her hands covered in blood. It is not clear whether this is the blood of someone she tried to save or the blood of someone she lost. The image lingers for only a second, but it is enough to remind fans of Claire's greatest burden. Her gift as a healer often puts her at the center of life and death. The trailer suggests that Season 8 will not shy away from testing her compassion and skill in ways that could break her spirit. The first half of the trailer is filled with these layered images: the clash of armies, the quiet moments of fear, and the painful choices written across the characters' faces. What makes it so powerful is the contrast. One second we see the violence of war, and the next, we see Claire and Jaime holding each other as if it is the last time. This push and pull between love and loss has always been the heart of Outlander. But in Season 8, it feels more urgent, more final. By the time the first minute of the trailer ends, viewers are already reminded that this is not just another season. The stakes are higher, the tone is heavier, and the promise of a bittersweet ending hangs over every frame. These first impressions leave fans with chills, because every detail carries a message. This will not only be the conclusion of a story, but the culmination of decades of love, sacrifice, and survival. One of the most striking things about the Season 8 trailer is how it emphasizes not just the battles around the Frasers, but the emotional war within them. From the very beginning, Outlander has been about a love story that transcends time. But in this trailer, love feels heavier, more fragile, as if it could shatter at any moment. Claire and Jaime are shown clinging to each other, their hands intertwined. But their faces reveal the truth. They both know this may be the last fight they face together. The trailer carefully frames their bond as unbreakable, yet under constant threat. And this balance between strength and vulnerability is the emotional core of the season. Sacrifice is another theme that pulses through nearly every frame. There is a quick scene where Jaime is seen walking away from Claire, his expression hard, as if he is about to step into a battle he may not return from. The camera lingers just long enough for viewers to feel the weight of the moment. Just as quickly, the trailer cuts to Claire, her voice breaking as she calls his name. This juxtaposition isn't accidental. It is meant to remind fans that the sacrifices in Season 8 won't just be physical, but emotional. For Claire and Jaime, every goodbye might be their last. The theme of family is woven deeply into the trailer as well. Brianna and Roger appear, not just as side characters, but as a crucial part of the story's resolution. We see Brianna holding her children close, looking over her shoulder as if danger is just behind her. The framing of these shots makes it clear that the Fraser legacy is not just about Claire and Jaime, but about the generations that follow them. The stakes are bigger than survival in the Revolution. They are about whether this family will endure across centuries. Outlander has always balanced the personal with the historical. But in this trailer, the two threads are tied tightly together, making it impossible to separate love from duty. What is especially unique in this trailer is the tone of inevitability. There is a moment when Claire looks out over a battlefield, her face pale, her eyes searching. It feels less like fear and more like acceptance. Fans who know her character understand what this means. Claire has always been the one to fight fate, to change outcomes, to bend history if she can. But in Season 8, the trailer suggests that she is preparing herself for the possibility that not everything can be saved. this quiet acceptance is one of the most emotional themes we see, and it foreshadows a season that will not give us easy victories. After pulling us through emotional glimpses of war, love, and sacrifice, the trailer finally delivers the moment fans have been waiting for: the release date of Season 8. The screen fades to black, and in bold letters the words appear: coming. In 2025, the announcement feels both thrilling and bittersweet. This is the final season, and now fans know exactly when they will return to the world of Claire and Jamie for one last time. The trailer does not simply throw the date at us. It builds to it like a promise, ensuring that the countdown to the end feels like part of the story itself. The reveal of the date is more than a piece of information. It is an emotional trigger. Longtime viewers have waited through production, delays, writer strikes, and the natural gap between seasons, holding their breath for this final chapter. The confirmation that it is just around the corner sends waves of excitement, but also a reminder that the end is near. Outlander has been a part of fans' lives for years, weaving itself into their weekly routines, discussions, and even personal lives. Now, with the date revealed, there is a clear marker in time when that journey will close forever. Production details also add depth to this moment. Season 8 has been known for its extended filming process, with the crew working harder than ever. To capture the scope of the revolution and the emotional weight of the Fraser's last stand, the trailer's polished look is proof of that effort. Fans can sense the care put into every shot, from the massive battle sequences to the quiet close-ups of Claire and Jamie. Reports from the set revealed that much of the filming took place in Scotland, with additional work in recreated colonial America settings, blending authenticity with drama. The release date, then, is not just a number on the screen. It is the result of years of planning, writing, and dedication to giving this iconic story the ending it deserves. What makes the date reveal even more powerful is the way it ties back to the narrative. Outlander has always been about time. Stolen time, borrowed time, time lost and regained. Announcing the release date in such a dramatic way feels like part of the storytelling itself. It is as if the series is reminding viewers that just as Claire and Jamie are running out of time, in their world, fans are running out of time in ours. Every episode from that release date forward will carry the weight of finality. The trailer also hints at how the final episodes might be structured. By confirming the date, it signals that the season is complete, ready to air, and that no further delays stand in the way. This assurance is comforting to fans who have followed the series through uncertain times. It suggests that the team behind Outlander is committed to delivering a finale that is both satisfying and unforgettable. Knowing the release date now gives fans the space to prepare to revisit earlier seasons, to relive the journey from the Scottish Highlands to the battlefields of America, and to ready themselves emotionally for what lies ahead. For many viewers, the release date reveal is the moment when excitement turns into reality. The waiting game is over and now the countdown begins. It is a clear reminder that this beloved story is reaching its destination. Fans know exactly when they will return to Fraser's Ridge, when they will witness the last battles, the last loves, and the last sacrifices of Claire and Jamie. And as much as it stirs anticipation, it also stirs sorrow, because after that date arrives, the end will come quickly. This makes the reveal one of the most impactful parts of the trailer. It is not just the promise of new episodes, but the acknowledgement that the story's final curtain is ready to fall. The release date is a marker in history for the fans, just as the revolution is a marker in history for the Frasers. Both are moments of great change. Both signal that life will not be the same afterward. The release of the Outlander Season 8 trailer did more than reveal images and a release date. It ignited a storm of emotions and theories across the fandom. Within hours of its drop, social media was buzzing with fans dissecting every frame, slowing the video down, and debating what each moment might mean for the characters they've loved for nearly a decade. What stands out in these reactions is not just excitement, but a sense of ownership. Outlander has become more than a show for its audience. It has become a part of their lives, and the trailer feels like a personal message to them. One of the Most common reactions centers around Claire's expressions in the trailer. Fans noticed her look of quiet acceptance in several scenes, interpreting it as a signal that she may finally stop fighting fate. Some believe this hints at a heartbreaking ending where Claire might lose Jamie or even remain in the past without him. Others argue the opposite, that Claire's calmness means she and Jamie have already chosen their destiny together, no matter the cost. These competing theories reveal how deeply invested the audience is and how even a few seconds of footage can spark endless debate. Jamie's appearance has also stirred intense discussion. His graying hair and worn face have reminded fans of how much time has passed since the early days in Scotland. Many see this as a symbolic sign that his journey is reaching its natural close. Some fans have speculated that the final season will lean heavily on the idea of legacy, with Jamie possibly sacrificing himself to ensure Claire, Brianna, and the future generations live on. Others believe his iconic presence on horseback in the trailer suggests that he will survive to the very end, standing as the unbreakable heart of the story. The uncertainty only fuels the anticipation. Brianna and Roger's storyline is another hot topic. The brief glimpses of them in modern clothing have convinced many fans that time travel will play a critical role. In Season 8, theories range from the family being split across different centuries to the possibility that their children could become the key to bridging past and future. Some even wonder if Brianna and Roger's choices will create an alternate timeline, raising the stakes beyond anything seen before. These theories show how Outlander's unique mix of history and science fiction continues to fascinate viewers. Even in its final chapter, the shot of Claire with blood on her hands has probably created the most intense reaction of all. Online forums are filled with speculation. Whose blood is it? Is it a patient she could not save, or someone closer to her heart? Theories range from the tragic losing a family member to the hopeful, suggesting it might be tied to her role as a healer in battle. Mystery has left fans desperate for answers, and the uncertainty adds to the emotional weight of the upcoming season. Beyond individual theories, the overall fan reaction has been emotional. Many longtime viewers admit that watching the trailer brought tears, not only because of the dramatic moments, but because of the knowledge that this is the final season. Some fans describe it as saying goodbye before the goodbye, while others have pledged to rewatch the entire series before the premiere to prepare themselves. The community around Outlander has always been strong, but now it feels united in both excitement and grief as the end draws closer. What makes these reactions unique is how personal they are. Fans don't just talk about the trailer in terms of plot, they connect it to their own lives, their own families, and their own experiences with love and sacrifice. This deep bond between the show and its audience is what has kept Outlander alive for so long. And as Season 8 approaches, those reactions remind us that this story has touched millions in ways that go far beyond television. The trailer has not only sparked theories, it has created a collective anticipation, a countdown shared by fans around the world. Each theory, each emotional reaction, builds on the idea that Outlander is more than just fiction. It is a journey that fans have taken alongside Claire and Jamie. Now, like the characters, they too must prepare for the final chapter. Every Outlander trailer is designed to excite, but the Season 8 trailer goes further by leaving behind a trail of questions that seem almost impossible to answer until the episodes finally air. These questions are not just about plot twists, but about the heart of the story itself, the destiny of Claire and Jamie, the fate of their family, and the role of time in shaping their lives. What makes the trailer so powerful is that it does not hand us answers. Instead, it dares us to look deeper, to wonder, and to prepare for endings that may not be easy to accept. One of the most haunting questions comes from the brief scene of Claire standing in a field, her hands stained with blood. Who has she lost? Is it someone close to her? Or is this another reminder of the cost of war, where even her skills as a healer cannot save everyone? The trailer refuses to clarify, and that silence only makes the image more devastating. Fans are left wondering whether this moment is the turning point of the season. where the personal toll of the revolution finally breaks through the resilience Claire has carried for so long. Jamie's role also raises critical questions. He is shown in flashes riding into battle, staring across smoky fields, and clutching Claire with the intensity of someone who knows their time is running out. But the mystery lies in his fate. Will Jamie survive the revolution, or is the story preparing us for his final sacrifice? The line he speaks about legacy feels like both a promise and a farewell. Viewers are left questioning whether Jamie's arc will conclude with him passing the torch to Brianna and Roger, or if he will endure to the end, proving once again that his love for Claire is stronger than death itself. The theme of time travel is another unresolved mystery. The trailer shows Brianna and Roger in modern clothing, their children by their side, and this small glimpse raises enormous questions. Will they stay in the future permanently, cut off from Claire and Jamie? Or will they risk everything to travel back, even if it means losing safety and certainty? Outlander has always played with the idea that time is both a gift and a curse, and in this final season, the mystery of where Brianna's family belongs may be one of the most significant storylines. The trailer leaves this deliberately vague, keeping fans guessing until the premiere. There is also the question of the revolution itself. History tells us how the war ends, but Outlander has never been about the broad strokes of history. It has been about how individuals survive within it. The trailer shows massive battles, soldiers charging, and explosions tearing through the fields. But it does not tell us what this war will mean for the Frasers personally. Who will they lose? Who will they save? And will the revolution bring them freedom, or will it destroy the very foundation of their lives? The unanswered questions here keep the suspense high, reminding viewers that history may be written, but personal fate is not. The reappearance of the stone circle is another mystery that lingers in the trailer. Why is it shown again in the final season? Will Claire face another choice about where she belongs? Will the stones call her back to the future, or will they finally close their circle and trap her in the past forever? For longtime fans, the stones represent both hope and heartbreak, and their presence in the trailer ensures that time travel will play a role in shaping the final ending. But the question remains, will time finally reunite the family, or will it tear them apart? Last time, all of these unanswered questions build an atmosphere of suspense that feels heavier than in previous seasons. The trailer is not simply teasing action or romance. It is presenting mysteries that strike at the core of the story. Who will live? Who will die? Who will remain together? And who will be separated by time itself? The unanswered questions are not meant to frustrate fans, but to prepare them for a finale that will demand patience, resilience, and emotional courage. By the time the trailer ends, viewers are not just left with excitement, but with a sense of deep unease. The mysteries it teases are too big to ignore, and they linger long after the screen goes dark. That is, the power of this trailer, it does not give closure. It makes us ache for it. The Outlander Season 8 trailer is more than a preview. It feels like a goodbye letter, written not just to its characters, but to the millions of fans who have stood by them for years. Every shot, every line of dialogue, every lingering glance between Claire and Jamie is drenched in the knowledge that this is the end.
For many viewers, it is not only the conclusion of a beloved series, but the conclusion of a journey they themselves began nearly a decade ago.
Watching this trailer is like looking at the final chapter of a book you do not want to finish. Once the last page is turned, there will be no more. The legacy of Outlander has always been bigger than its battles or its time travel. At its heart, it has been a story about resilience, survival, and a love so strong it could defy centuries. Claire and Jamie's bond has carried fans through heartbreak, war, loss, and joy. It has shown that even in the harshest storms, love is a force that endures. The final season, as hinted by the trailer, is not about erasing that love, but about cementing it forever. Outlander is preparing to show us how their story ends, but it is also reminding us that endings do not erase what came before. Instead, they give it weight. What makes this farewell so powerful is the way it connects fiction to reality. Fans have grown alongside these characters. They have shared in their struggles, celebrated their victories, and mourned their losses. For some, Outlander has been a source of escape. For others, it has been a mirror of their own lives, a reminder of the strength of family, sacrifice, and love. Season 8 is not just closing the story of Claire and Jamie. It is closing a chapter in the lives of those who have followed them faithfully. The trailer ends on a quiet note, showing Claire and Jamie together, their hands joined as they look out at a horizon filled with uncertainty. There is no promise of safety, no guarantee of a happy ending, only the reminder that whatever comes, they will face it side by side. It is a simple image, but it captures everything Outlander has always been about: love, loyalty, endurance, and the knowledge that even when stories end, their echoes remain. For the fans, the countdown to the release date is more than just waiting for another season. It is the countdown to a farewell. It is the time to rewatch, to remember, and to prepare for tears that will fall as much from gratitude as from sorrow. The end of Outlander is not the end of its impact. The series has already left its mark. On television, on storytelling, and most importantly, on the hearts of its audience. When the final episode airs, Claire and Jamie's story will close, but it will not vanish. It will live on in the memories of its viewers, in the pages of its books, and in the conversations of fans who will continue to celebrate it long after the screen goes dark. That is the true legacy of Outlander, not just the tale of a love that defied time, but a story that made us believe that love in all its forms can truly last forever. And so, as the trailer fades to black and the release date burns into the screen, we are left with one truth: Outlander is ending, but its spirit will never leave us. This final season is not just the end of a series, it is the crowning chapter of a journey that has touched lives across the world. The Fraser story may close, but their legacy will echo through time, just as their love has always done.